tries to come with, you know, I'm going to answer to. So it's personal to me. Yeah.
And Joe was talking about calling bluffs and what have you. Can you just spell out exactly how the fight was up and made?
I think Shane and Anthony were going on about fucking bluffs. It was nothing to do with them. It was to do with Eddie. Eddie done an interview and spoke about me and Fowler, and I bit at it. And I phoned my manager and said, phone Eddie and tell him to fucking make that Fowler fight. And he made it, so it weren't really a bluff. I was thinking Eddie's mentioning me for Fowler, trying to build that and like using my name. But like I say, I've got to give him his credit because he made the fight. So it weren't a bluff. It's not to do with Fowler and Shane. It was aimed at Eddie.
It's a massive night, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Obviously, it's a sold-out crowd, so it's a massive night for us both.
Good luck, Liam.
Thank you.
What would it mean for you to be back in the M&S arena, fighting in there in front of your home city after a couple of years of that's not been able to happen?
Obviously, there's no place like home. You've seen the reaction, you've seen the turnouts, and you've seen it sold out on Saturday. So for the Liverpool crowd and being a Scouser myself, I feel there's no place like home. I've had good memories in this arena. I've had good backing off this city, and I fully intend on keeping that on Saturday night.
We heard from Anthony in the press conference that he feels he has more hunger than you. What do you have to say to that?
Fucking where are you getting that from? Social media? Like hunger. I'm still here, 12 years as a pro, still doing what we've always done. And you talk about desire. I come from a family of 4 professional fighters. There's not much more desire coming from that house.
And what does this fight mean for you and for your career?
It's just a must-win for me. It's a big bragging right in the city, and it puts me back to where I wanted to, where I want to go. Obviously, I'm coming off the back of a loss, whether it was controversial or not. It's a loss on my record. 2 losses on my record on the bounce will kill me. So, a win on Saturday will put me back on the track towards where I want to be.
And finally, for me, you mentioned in the press conference never losing to a domestic fighter.
Yep.
How important is that to you?
That's something I intend on keeping. I just feel, I beat Fowler on Saturday. I'll probably never ever lose to a domestic fighter. And when I'm sitting on the couch at 40 years of age, thinking, I turned pro. I had 30 something fights. I never lost to a Brit. I feel that'll be a good little bit piece of pride for myself. I only lost to Canelo, Munguia. So I just think that's something I want to keep.
Liam, you said obviously, you thought the likes of Callum being a former world champion.
Yeah.
Do you think they obviously or just try?
No, I don't think they're over. Of course, yeah, and I think they're. Obviously, I'm honest and I'm not. I don't really talk shite and I'm not gullible. They've looked at me and thought, what, he's on the slide. He's coming off the back in Russia, a loss in Russia, been out the ring a long time, perfect timing to get me. So it's just down to me now to prove he's wrong. He's a miles away.
Right, obviously you'll come forward style, high guard,
yeah.
And obviously Fowler's got power. What's stylistically how different your styles going to match up?
It's no secret how Shane's got him trying to fight him with the long levers, the long left arm, 1-2 bang, 1-2 left hook, 1-2 right uppercut. It's no secret how Shane's trying to get him to fight. That's looking at him as a fan or looking at him as an opponent. Shane's trying to get him to relax. He's robotic when he doesn't relax, and when he tries to fight, he's very stiff. He can't fight inside. So that Shane is trying to, work around that, and it's no secret to see what he's doing. For me, they think I'm just going to walk at him with my hands high. Then Shane's more stupid than I thought. But obviously, I rate him as a coach. I don't think he's that stupid. I think he's saying that to try and get me to do it. Walk at him, be a macho man. Liverpool derby. You forget I can box. I was ABA champion. I was on the England team myself. I turned pro early. Otherwise, I would have had the same amateur career as Fowler. He bangs on about his amateur career because he stayed amateur till 25. But we'll see. We're 2 days away.
Do you think he's an improved fighter since going over to Shane?
Yeah, I do. But I think once he feels the pace and they're still there after 4, he reverts back to what he always does. He runs out of ideas.
Right, and obviously on the same night there's a massive fight across the pond today. Wilder, Free. Just give me a prediction on that fight.
I think Fury's just got his number in every way. Bullies him, he rags him around the ring. I pick Fury to win, but I'd never ever write Wilder off with that punch power.
Right, and final fight for myself here, just look down the camera and tell the fans what you expect to see on Saturday.
Yeah, obviously just a good fight. Obviously, 2 Liverpool lads going at it, sold out crowds. Expect excitement, but obviously expect a Liam Smith win. Nice one, mate.
Danny Flexen for Seconds Out. Liam, how you doing?
Mate, good, you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Shane was talking earlier saying that he felt you would have had a better chance in this fight if Joe Gallagher was still in the corner. I think Shane's obviously opposed him a few times in the past. What do you make of those comments?
Shane's just trying to push buttons. Shane's, he's a clever man. He's come from the start. He's just trying to push buttons. Obviously, I've been with a new coach for 2 fights now. I've heard rumours to say, I'm not taking it serious. I'm training with my cousin. Who the fuck's my cousin? I'm training with 2 lads who have known him for my life. Boxers, pro boxers. And Shane's just being Shane. We want to get into them little nitty gritty things. One Smith beat Shane before, and I'll beat Shane again.
Now, what made Joe McNally the right choice for you at this stage of your career?
Just obviously, I seen what he was doing with David Price. He has a good little stable himself, and we gel well. It's all about gelling with people, and we gel well as a team, and it just seems to be working.
You mentioned One Smith's beaten Shane before. There's obviously Callum's got experience with Fowler as well. What's he had to say to you about this fight?
Obviously nothing, just be me. Obviously he knows the best Liam Smith turns up. I beat Anthony Fowler. We've done a bit of sparring a couple of weeks back, and he's just been there as a brother. Like he's always been there. If I need help with sparring, he'll spar me. If I need help with running, he'll run with me. And it was good to have him over during the last part of his camp in the UK, because I've done a lot of training with him.
Is that the first time you guys had sparred in quite some time?
No, not really. We've done bits in Joe's. I sparred him for the start of his Canelo camp. I've done a lot with him at the start, and then obviously he got bigger people in. So probably just before he fought Canelo.
How happy are you now that you've got this big kind of Scouse derby? Although it wasn't a fight that was on your radar previously, obviously Paul's had quite a lot of Liverpool rivalries in his career. Are you glad you've got your chance now?
Yeah, obviously I just finished it now. Callum's had 1, Paul's had 2. We've never lost one, and I intend on keeping that this week.
Brilliant, Liam. Really appreciate your time.